The things that people come back here often experiencing is this detachment from life. They just Hi everybody, my name is Dr. David Johnson. I'm a psychologist here at Ogden Center for Change, and today we're continuing our video series with Aaron Bergen of Suicide Sucks. Thanks for having me, Aaron. So today we're going to talk about PTSD, and there's a number of veterans who have returned back to our community here in this Ogden area, and they're at this point trying to determine what services they would like to use. They're trying to figure out what's going on for them. And I meet with a lot of veterans. I, in fact, used to work for the VA in multiple places, Seattle, Hawaii, even in Guam. So I've worked with a lot of veterans, I've heard a lot of stories, and some of the common themes that come back are I just feel different after going through war. I just feel different after being downrange and being constantly in potential danger. And even if you're a veteran who is only on a base, a forward operating base, or even a base that was what many people would say was safe, you knew you were in a foreign country in an unwelcomed area, and you heard stories. You knew people who were killed or injured. And so one of the things that people come back here often experiencing is this detachment from life. They just walk through life feeling like, I don't even know who I am anymore. It doesn't feel real, like my relationships with people, whether it's somebody I was really close to before, I don't feel that love, that connection to them. I don't feel safe generally, like I'm always on edge. Walking around the street, my eyes are constantly scanning for danger. When I walk into a restaurant or a room, I'm always checking out where are the exits. That person's got a bulge there in their jacket. Could that be a bomb? Could that be a gun? Fully knowing that they're back here in America, but that programming, that wiring for scanning for hypervigilance, it's basically what kept them safe, kept you safe while you were downrange. But it takes an emotional toll on you now. So that anxiety is just constantly up. And that manifests too in ways at night, poor sleep, just restless, tossing and turning. Once you fall asleep, you find that you have nightmares. You're waking up with that sweat and that panic, maybe even screaming something. And your wife or your partner next to you is starting to see something's affected you. And you might be wondering, is this just a phase? Is this something that I'm going to get over? And what I can say is that oftentimes within a few months of coming back home, if those symptoms are persisting and they're really affecting your relationships, or they're affecting your job performance, or just affecting your happiness in life, it's time to go talk to a professional. Maybe you're somebody who's already done that. Maybe you've gone to the VA down in Salt Lake City. Maybe you've gone to the local VA, a smaller clinic, and you've walked in the doors and you've tried to get that help. And the VA, bless their heart, they're a huge organization trying to do their best. They're overwhelmed, and there's a lot of good people who work there, and it's also tied up in bureaucracy. And the sheer amount of determination sometimes it takes to get in to see a provider, the huge wait lists that they have. It can be a barrier for your care. It can be something that's just hard enough, right? You've got enough stress in your life, and that's just one more added stress. And so, and what I want to offer you, what I want to tell you is there are good treatments out there. There's research-supported treatments, and the VA is offering those. There's these treatments that are specifically designed for PTSD. One of them is called prolonged exposure, and the other is cognitive processing therapy. And these are what they call gold standard treatments. They're designed, they're researched. There's many trials showing that many people do well in these treatments. At the same time, there are lots of veterans who've experienced those treatments and they didn't work for them. And what I want you to know is that's not your fault, that these treatments, they're not perfectly tailored for every individual. They're not perfectly tailored for every situation, and life has a way of getting in the way, right? You may start a treatment, and then you may have some catastrophic events in your family. You have to stop treatment, or the barrier to getting down to Salt Lake City or into treatment is just too difficult. So what I want to offer you here is at the Ogden Center for Change, being a provider who's worked with hundreds of veterans, worked in the VA for years, is familiar with those treatments and other treatments that can be offered. We offer here a customizable, personalized plan for you. Whatever phase you're at in your journey, we're going to meet you right there, and we're going to walk alongside you, and we're going to help treat your PTSD. But bigger than that, we're also going to help you develop a life that's bigger than what you had before. It's something that you want to work towards, these future values that you have as a person and these goals. And those symptoms have been holding you back, and once we help treat those symptoms, there's still more to go. There's still that person you want to become, whether it's in your marriage, whether it's at your job, or in your relationship with your children. We'll help design a plan and work with you to help meet your goals. So if you'd like to call, please, we have instant access to care here. We're going to get you in almost immediately so that you get starting to work on what you need to get. So we'd love to meet you. Please give us a call, and we're happy to meet you. It's ogdencenterforchange.com, and we'll look forward to meeting you soon.